We're gonna have a brand new Fragment fusion coming to Raid Shadow Legends this week. As I mentioned last week, guys, trying to raise a bit of awareness. Get ready for the next fusion. Don't waste your resources because guess what? The next fusion is around the corner. Now we're gonna see if this fusion is a must-do, an easy skip, or something in between based on your account needs. See if this champion is actually a solid one. Now this will be a Fragment event, guys. You don't need to level up so many champions, farm potions, etc., which I find pretty tedious. So let's go over what the champion can do. And good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We're a bit late with that part. Basically, Plarium is saying the following. On Thursday, August 31st, we're planning to launch a champion fragment event with a new champion, Strategus Islin. Faction High Elves. Rarity Legendary, Type Defense, Affinity, Magic. Thanks God is not another Void. Thanks God. Now, Strategos is a tanky champion with some nice control abilities and special heal mechanics. That does sound interesting. Will definitely come in handy in PvE content where the crowd control is a real deal. Hydra can be his place to shine thanks to his healing abilities, as well as the Iron Twins Fortress, where apart from massive heals, the decreased speed debuff on Strategus, Islin A2 will be a must. So basically, the champion is more of a PvE champion, at least that's what Plarium is saying. Now, let's actually have a quick look at his actual kit, So let's bring him on the screen right here. Let's put this on full screen. So this is the champion. Looks pretty cool, right? Design-wise. Love the shield, love the sword, love the mask. It really reminds me of some, I don't know. I can't even place it, but it reminds me of something. I don't know of what though. Weird thing to say, right? So basically, guys, defense-based champion is nice because he's tankier, is easier to keep alive. With the A1, Double Ash attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit will have a 35% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. When counter-attacking, the chance increases to 50%. So if you fully book the champion, you're gonna have a 50% chance to provoke, which is pretty good with every hit. Definitely a good thing for the Hydra clan boss when we don't have the head of decay on force affinity. Then with the A2, on a 3-turn cooldown, once it's gonna be fully booked, so the A1 skill, the double slash, requires 3 skill tomes. The A2 requires 5 skill tomes. Attacks all enemies. Before attacking, has a 100% chance fully booked of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. Pretty interesting. Then we'll have a 100% chance of placing 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. So far, his kit looks solid for Hydra. You're getting provoke on the A1, you're getting decrease the duration of buffs in case if they have any buffs, and of course, decreased speed AoE. Very, very nice. Then we have the A3, Flawless Strat Game, and this will be on a 4-turn cooldown, 2 more books going in this skill. Places an ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. And places an increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also, places a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Then places a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is proportional to this champion's defense. Now, jackpot. This right here is an amazing skill to be a mischief target, guys. So, not only you're getting a lot of protection for your team, ally protection, you're getting the increased defense on your team, you are getting a counter-attack buff, and you're getting a shield which will automatically make him the perfect mischief target because you're getting the provoke, you're getting AoE decreased speed. So at the moment, to me, it looks like an awesome champion for Hydra clan boss. I wouldn't really stress so much with other content. For the Iron Twins Fortress, all these buffs will mess up the turn meter on the boss, but it's still a pretty solid option. And the decreased speed is not on the A1, it's on the A2. So I wouldn't necessarily rate this as an amazing decreased speed champion for the Iron Twins Fortress, but it's still a solid tank champion to help your team basically. Then with the passive, protect the troops whenever this champion is attacked, heals themselves by 1% for each 500 defense this champion has. So let's just say we have 5k defense, he's gonna get a 10% heal. Not insane or anything like that, but you know what? It can help you a little bit. then heals all other allies under ally protection buff placed by this champion by 30% of this skill's initial heal. So 30% out of his 10% if he has 5000 defense. Is that what it means? Most probably. I would say that that's what it means. Now, based on how much defense he's gonna have, if he has some insane crazy defense, 1.6k, 1.7k, it's gonna be much easier to get a good amount of defense on him. Keep in mind, if you are building him in the Hydra as a mischief target, provoker, decrease speed, you're gonna need accuracy, you're gonna need resistance, then you're gonna need defense for the healing, the shield. So it's gonna be pretty hard to match all the stats. But you know what? All around, I think it's gonna be super, super awesome for Hydra Clan Boss. Then you have increases ally accuracy in all battles by 60. So you know what? I don't think he's an OP champion to break the game in any way whatsoever. I don't think he's a mediocre champion either, because he brings so many things for Hydra Clan Boss. Recently, with the release of a Hydra Clash, this became more important to have good Hydra teams. And I've recently done a guide on Hydra Clan Boss where we were talking about champions that fill as many roles as possible. That's how you should pick the team. That's how you should prioritize what champions go in the team. Basically, champions that tick many boxes. And this one right here, it does tick many boxes. Think about Molly Tankard. Think about champions like Skull Lord Vargal. Those champions, they fill quite a few roles in. But this one beats them, because not only that you're getting all that protection, the increased defense, ally protection, you're getting the decreased speed, the provoke, the healing. So all around, it feels like he's bringing lots and lots of things into it. So definitely a fan of the champion, and most probably I will change him in my brutal team with Molly Tankard. And I actually need a champion like this in there that brings in more buffs for my team, and to have a slightly better provoker. Now, I'm not saying he's a better provoker than Molly, because hey, Molly has a 100% chance. Sometimes it can be for 2 turns, and that's amazing when it happens. When it only lands for 1 turn, she's not such an amazing provoker unless you're overlapping the Head of Decay over and over and over again. So you get to place it before they actually take a turn. But all around, I do think that, yeah, he's a solid champion. I don't think he's an easy skip. I don't think he's a must-do. How I mentioned, I do think he's based on your account needs. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about the champion? Would you need the champion for Hydra Clan Boss? I would say that probably 90% of you guys will need the champion for the Hydra Clan Boss. Now, I do hope that this Fragment fusion won't be as hard as the last few fusions we had in the game, because you know what? They weren't very, very fun all around. So hopefully they're going to be slightly more accessible for the majority of the people. If you want to think about how many shards you're going to need for this and stuff like that, I would probably tell you, try to save at least 8 sacred shards, and try to save as many ancients as possible. Of course, if you have some voids on the side, it's great, but basically ancients are amazing for the champion chase tournament. Sacreds and voids are amazing for the summon rush, so keep those like that. Keep champions for fusions, for the Broadma fusion, for the Rally Keeper fusion, and that will allow you to drop more points in the champion chase, allowing you to get a champion. Save some gems. You're gonna need probably 1,500 gems or so to buy energy, depending on how much energy you have saved up. Save your silver, and we do have a champion chase, a champion training tournament going on right now, actually. But let me just quickly show you that as well once this run is done in the Ice Golem. Basically, we are able to get a legendary skill tome at under 10k points, and I know it's going to be really tempting for a lot of people. Legendary skill tomes are pretty valuable, right? But if you're gonna go right here, champion training event, you see, I would probably suggest you skip this, you know, skip it. Don't go for the legendary skill tome at 9k points if you want to save energy for the fusion. Now, if you don't care about the fusion, if you're a whale, if you're a kraken, you're gonna be able to complete the fusion anyway, so ignore this advice. Then, how I mentioned, I don't have many shards saved up either, so we're gonna be kind of like on a equal playing field here, because I'm not gonna purchase any shards whatsoever. Now, we are talking about fusions. Broadma, Rally Keeper. I do have quite a few champions saved up for these fusions, you know. Maybe not for the Rally Keeper one, which makes me look pretty weak sauce, but I do have saved quite a few for Broadma, you know, like I have quite a few champions available. Like look, some of them I have so many copies, while others barely any, you know. But the good part is that I can fuse many of these with the commons, you know. That was pretty much everything for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about the Fusion Champion? Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.